This video tutorial is dedicated to the review of the basic functions of Volfix.net platform. To launch the platform, you need to enter your username, password. If you want to, you can save it for future launches and click the Run button. Then, in a few seconds, the main window of the platform will be launched. The setup screen is called Trading Rating. You can manage all functionality of platform using this window. Opening other windows, management of basic options and functions of the program, and so on. What is this window? You can see the graph on the left of the tool that is selected. In this case, is futures of euro-dollar pair traded on CME, as well as deals of trading participants. All customers of our platform, as well as people who have received test accounts, can register their own nickname and conduct public and non-public deals on these accounts under their nickname. Public transactions shall be published in this ranking, when non-public ones, respectively, are not published. What other features does this window possess? At the top, as in the rest of the platform windows, we see the control panel highlighted with red stripe. Usually it contains the most frequently used functions. In this case, the tab components mean the main components of the platform, basic graphs, tables, and other functionality of platform. Fast access to order window, trading service of the platform. We'll talk a little later on it. Chat. For this function, the platform asks us to register. Now we come back to this. Desktop control is preservation of open windows, etc. Layout also is preservation of open windows. Setup generally is access to the main settings of your login as well as the program. Window is a tab allowing you to walk between windows. Now we have only one window opened. When you will work with 5, 10 or even 20 open windows, then all their lists will be available in here. And in the end, the rating setup, control of rating. You can choose all users, user group, single users, can choose the ticker. Let's take a look at the Russian market. Choose the RTAs futures. We see other ratings, other players, other members, and other deals. Next, down below under the control panel you see the button Guest. RO means read only before we get registered. Please enter any nickname. Keep in mind that you can change your nick. You can change your photo, your name, but you can't change your nick. Once chosen the nickname, you won't be able to change it anymore. Enter the other parameters. Click Save button. The platform saves your data, and after that, instead of Guest button, your nickname will appear. Then you can use a chat, use ratings, or you'll be able to publish your deals rating and so on. Next, in the yellow line under the control panel, you can see which instrument is chosen at the moment and the period for which the rating is displayed. That is, for 2 days. In this case, you can change these parameters in Rating Setup menu and see the rating of another tool or another period. Below, under the graph, we can see the news. Then there's Expires button, which means the end date of your subscription of current access. Here it is free. It means that you have demo access. Let's consider the Components menu. Though, let me make a brief addition. In every window, by clicking right mouse button, you invoke the Context menu. It can differ, but not too cardinally. Majority of windows have the same functions. Color adjustment, options. In main window you can see the global settings are functions that affect the settings of all the platform, all the windows and so on. We analyze all the windows in the next lessons. This video is only for a review in order to briefly explain you the purpose of our platform and its functionality. Let's shortly analyze each of the components. Aggregate statistics is a statistical table that allows you to browse statistical data of different tools for different periods of time. Now I have entered data on the volume for the last minute. Let's choose the currency ticker. We can choose the day, hour, cluster for selected minutes. Say 15 minutes statistics and so forth. We also can change the tools right there in the field ticker. By the way, the ticker field is available in almost all windows. Here we can switch between different parameters. There will be more details in the video dedicated to this function. Also, there are more videos on every module available. You can learn more on each of the windows there. Also follow desk. Here you can see all the members of any instrument traded openly. I can configure the connection on any account of the member. It speaks for itself. You can connect your account to any of the participants and use it for earning money. You can see the results, analyze the deals of any member. You need to choose Connect button. Choose your account. You can find more details on how to follow disk function in related video. As elsewhere, there's a context menu in this window in which you can see available options. Let's open all prices. A statistical table for cumulative volumes. See Euro-Dollar futures with statistics open. What we can see in here. Every price contains cumulative volume. It's sorted right here in volume column. The price 1.0986 for the present day contains 1,336 trades with a cumulative volume of 2,348 contracts with a bid of 1,520, an ask of 828 with a delta of minus 692 contracts. You can also change your tools, change time frames, and see statistical data. Let's go further. Barchart. Practically it poses as bar graph. But if in classical bar graph you see high-low as in here, but in our case, horizontal line means the price with the maximum volume in the given bar. Now we have a bar interval of 5 minutes. If I look at this bar, then at the price of 86,410 there was no closing position. It can match with the price of closing position and vice versa. Next, as we'll see, there's a context menu with the main functions of the platform. Some of them are duplicated in the control panel. We can choose the type of bar, open close, high low, what I told about. Now we change it and see. The price of closing matches now. We also can see open interest, mix the contracts. If we analyze the futures contracts for long term, where there was the intersection of the previous and the current contract, then if we use this function, we can mix two contracts and look at not rate graph. Then we can add another chart in here. If we analyze the futures on RTS ticker, we can also add here this bell bond graph, superimpose, and look. We colored arbitrage service. You can impose graphs of different tools and search arbitrage pairs. Let's go next. Boxchart. It is a graph created directly by our company Volfix.net. Before we created it, there was no such displaying of volume and price. Please pay attention to our older book. It's also quite interesting. For more details, watch our video lessons, webinars, and so forth. Let's describe Boxchart in a few words. It is also displaying of volume by the price with the possibility to the imposition of time grades. That is, we look not only at the price and volume, but also impose the time on it, which allows us how in time the volume was distributed. In this case, 30 seconds clusters are combined in 5-minute periods, as well as by using color background. Many of our clients use it in analysis. You can learn more about it in our tutorials about the platform as well as our webinars. Again, there is a context menu, window options, color settings, and important useful function symbol lookup. At the moment it's available in all the windows of the platform. You can enter the description of any tool, press Find button, and you will get the necessary information about stocks, other securities, etc. Classic profile is a classic alphabetic profile. Build up with any chosen tool. Let's look at Futures Mini CNP. There is a classical alphabetic profiles with the same control panel. There is more info about it in the corresponding video lesson. Cluster chart is a cluster graph, meaning cluster, applied to volume and price display, is also owned by our company. At the present time, such word as cluster analysis is on everyone's lips with no surprises, but exactly we came with this idea. Also, here you can see the cumulative volume, display of delta, volume distribution by bid and ask, volume delta, and many other things which have relation to bid and ask analysis. Volume distribution both in the horizontal and in the vertical plane available in this chart, as well as any other functionality which you can familiarize yourself with in the relevant lessons. Go further. Cluster profile is a cumulative volume, very easy to manage the graph. One of the most popular charts in the platform used by our customers. There is also an interactive order book, different functions, filtering volume, etc. Combo bar chart means the graphs with combined time. Look, in this case 4 weeks are shortly shown, including the current one on Euro-Dollar futures. That's in a single plane of the price scale. We see how the price movement was formed. From October 12th, blue week, till the present day, November the 2nd, the white week. The interaction of price is seen here well. We see how the volume of the previous week before the green one affected the following moves. That the closing of blue week under the volume led to the further fall of the price from certain levels of crucial volume. Besides, the green wick pushed from the previous volume, so in this way you can follow the different patterns of market cases more clearly. Here you can use periods of both wicks, months, days, by time your personal choice, and even within clock patterns up to 5 minutes view. Let's go next. Also, there is a context menu. Next we have the delta search. I won't analyze this service in detail as it goes along with the arbitrage service used for searching the arbitrage deltas and so forth. MarketWatch. Classical MarketWatch service. For example, you can add the tools manually for tracking changes in the dynamics. Oh, there's Finish group. Here we have tickers group, Dell 30, Eurex, MySec currencies, MySec Stop, the main tools of Moscow Exchange. You can sort them all. The most liquid one is Bear. There are 8 mil traded at the moment. Next we have Gazprom, VDB, Lukoil and so on. You can see the volumes, today's maximum volume value. It's quite useful function for tracking statistics of many instruments. Also we have a context menu and so forth. Minute counter is another statistical table. You can look at the volume data for selected ranges. For example, we are interested in the range from 84,000 till 85,500. Here we have the data where the maximum volume was, the types of bid and asks, quantity of trades and so on. Classical statistical table with specific features. News is a news feed. It's not quite popular. There are several sources which you can follow. Older window. Let's stop here for a while. How can the older window be useful for you? As a company over recent years, they offer the possibility of trading with real accounts. Any our client has the possibility to trade both on Russian and other markets. More details and the list of our trade gateways are available via our post, our Skype contacts, as well on our website. In order to do this, you need to click on Context menu, choose Account Connections, then you'll see all available gateways to connect. We don't make any exceptions. All customers who have accounts with the possibility to connect with any of specified gateways have the same rights to use it. Having bought our platform, you can openly connect up to 3 accounts for free. This may be both Russian brokers' accounts as well as American brokers' accounts. You can operate them from the same login simultaneously. More details are available in the video lesson dedicated to this window. Range bar chart is possibility to build up clusters and bars not by using time frames, but by a principle of cumulative volume achievement. Now we can see 1000 loads for euro-dollar pair. Respectively, when cumulative volume of cluster will achieve 500 contracts, the new cluster will appear. There's also a possibility to show delta, bid, ask, cumulative delta down below, and so forth. Range bars can also be built up by the volume, size, and delta. As we can see, this type of graph also possesses pretty wide range of possibilities. Reverse chart. This graph is volatility graph. It has several formats. More details are available in specific tutorial. It is also our unique own development. Tick chart. Even though the word classical is present in our vocabulary, the functionality is not also classical. It always contains our own development, for example, linear schedule. Here we can use a filter. Now we see the majority of numbers disappear, except backlighted ones, what we filtered. It's quite conveniently, when analyzing scalping technologies, to enter more precisely with its own functionality, context menu, and so on. Tick search is a statistical table that can be considered along with the tick chart. Here we can see the statistics on every tick that we're interested in. Say the main today's tick for euro-dollar pair is 648 contracts. It was formed by 185 trades. All the trades are listed descendingly. There's also interesting functions which are explained in detail in relevant lesson. Volume Jano is not frequent function, but it allows to monitor changes in transferring this volume in time. Here we got the contract started to trade. The first 1000 of December contracts has been achieved already in the end of August. Here we can see the changing. That's the price change with the maximum volume, and at the moment the maximum volume price in contract is $1.125 per €1. Cumulative volume is 25.173 contracts. Let's go further. Volume search is a volume search engine, quite useful statistical table. Here you can make up a rating of maximum volumes. Now we have an interval of 15 minutes. Let's take wider period from 26 October till the 3rd of November. What this table shows us. All the days from 26 October till now are divided into 15 minutes intervals with statistics on them. At the moment, the biggest cumulative volume at a certain price for 15 minutes is 2,486 contracts. The price is 1.95. The cumulative volume of these 15 minutes is 25k contracts, and so on. Useful statistical data for analyzing the past. Volume profile. This function is most suitable for those who like to track statistical data in profiles. What we do now? Now we look using features of mini-CNP, the data on the current contract, the previous month, the previous week, and the current day. Click Apply and see. What is December contract? Maximum volume. November volumes crosses the contract. We can also scale. Impose different periods, month, week, day, hour, as you prefer. Another useful statistical graph. System news. When launching the program, all actual news we want to share with you. changes in stocks, etc. We notify you about other systemic news not only by